Hello Earth signs, these are going to be your love readings and they're going to be time stamped below, starting with Taurus, then Virgo, then Capricorn. Let's get right into the Taurus reading and skip forward to your own reading. See you soon. All right, Taurus, how do we get from the first card, the Devil card, to the final card, the Two of Cups? How do we get to this outcome? So it is possible for us to get back to a safe, communicative, and happy place with the person you're with. However, there is something that is very toxic that needs to be addressed and needs to be in fact healed from. The Star card and the Devil. Together, it tells me that healing is possible, but it is important that you address perhaps the big elephant in the room, or why this relationship has these unhealthy tendencies, or makes you feel like shit, makes the other person feel like shit. Now, this is an issue that has been building for quite some time, Taurus, so I have a feeling you'll know what it's been all about. Building this pressure, something that's been on your mind, some way you feel overburdened or even taken advantage of. And you've been thinking about this for a while now. And you've realized that there is a possibility to make amends with your person, and that's crowning the reading. We're going to look at these cards together in just a minute. It has to be fair, it has to be even, it has to be balanced, and there needs to be a better flow of energy between you two, whether that's conversationally, physically, whatever it may be. The understanding doesn't seem to be there. And there is an indication here that tells me, like Taurus, it's okay to pull back if you need to. It's okay to withdraw and not give this person your all if that's not what they're giving you, and if that's not what this evenness is showing here, that it's all one-sided. However, it does look like we are entering a territory of less burden, of less exhaustion in this relationship, and feeling like you've been taking the mickey out of, basically. It seems to level out and there's a bit more give and take, and the receiving is more even. So this person that you're dealing with does seem to desire this relationship to keep going and go to the next level. Okay, we'll have to clear it up and see what's going on. Your heart is open, Taurus, Queen of Cups, and ultimately you do hope that this reconciliation results in the Two of Cups. You can bring things all back together again, link it all together. But there's something that needs to be based on a friendship here, not just a love relationship. There might be an element of friendship and mutual respect that's missing here. And that's why we see ourselves currently in the Devil energy. Of course, the healing light of the Star is crossing right over that. So it is possible for this to for sure happen. So let's see how we get there, Taurus. Taurus, the bottom of the deck energy is coming through with like several opinions and contrasting voices and conflict of information that's coming in a little bit too fast for you, and it's sort of stressful for you, these other people that are kind of sticking their oar in and kind of bringing to your attention some things that are conflicting within you internally already. So this Knight of Swords I'm reading as some sort of an external trigger at the moment. So look, the Devil card is really where we start the reading and end on the Two of Cups. And we do have a beautiful journey ahead of us to get there. Really, the Devil card is what's most concerning right now. This toxicity that resides in between the relationship might need a third party mediator to come in and figure out like what's fair in this relationship. You might find yourself dealing with a mediator, and especially if you need to like divvy up assets or anything like that and decide like what's fair for the other person to receive. Energetically, however, the Devil card and the Six of Pentacles just tells me that there is an energy exchange which is toxic at the moment. You do want to heal this and move on, and it does seem like you want to heal yourself too and put more focus on yourself, which is good. The Four of Cups could be indicating a little bit of a withdrawal from the relationship, even if it's only a permanent or short period where you just take some time out to put yourself first. It might really be what's necessary. If you suggest to your person that you can make amends and reconcile and have things working smoothly again, they seem to be all for that. The Chariot, they seem to be even more eager than yourself potentially. But like all you've been thinking about is this relationship recently, and like, are you happy in it? And the Queen of Cups tells me that you do have high hopes for love in this relationship still. You can't help but feel the burden of this, and it is obvious that it's going to take a while, some effort, some work to really get yourself back into the Two of Cups frame. So let's have a look at these cards. Why don't we pull a card for each, and I'll just freestyle some questions. So the Devil, what do we need to know about that? Okay, so the Knight of Swords is popping out here again. this has been triggering to you because it's recently become so obvious that there is something about this relationship that is unhealthy or brings out something unhealthy in you or the other person. Something that's kind of, yeah, let's say codependent, something that is even like, I can see like some violent temper here even, you know, some devilish actions been taken that are very triggering. All right, so let's see. That's been brought to your attention now and you can't really turn away from it. The Star card is offering a very strong opportunity to heal here though. The Major Arcana Star card is just as powerful as the Major Arcana Devil card, okay? So the Star card, in what way does Taurus begin their journey of healing around this? You could be dealing with a Gemini or a Capricorn that seem very triggering, or in fact an Aquarius. Bottom of the deck, the King of Swords. The Tower comes out with the Star card. Well, isn't that something? So right after the Tower in the numeric order of the tarot is the Star card comes directly after. It represents the healing that can be done after the chaos and destruction that sometimes comes into our relationship in the form of a Tower moment. This can look like an explosive argument, something that derails you entirely and just like, you know, you have to doubt the stability of this relationship when the Tower rolls in. So the Star card is saying that not only can you potentially heal from the current situation, there are other things that this relationship may need to heal from. Things from the past that have been explosive, chaotic, and it's time to look at all of these things. No point in just healing what's right in front of you. If you're gonna go for it, why not go full throttle, right? And just like dig up everything that needs to be addressed at this time, okay? No sweeping under the rug with the Tower and the Star card. We have to have it all out on the table so that we can properly heal from this. The Three of Pentacles, what might healing look like? Forgiving, letting go, transcending. The Three of Pentacles coming through now with the Ten of Pentacles. You have a legacy with this person, or you have children with this person, a pet with this person, you know their elders, you're in touch with their family, and you find yourself as an integral part of the family dynamic. Whether you're like married or not, or domestic partnership or not, you're invested with this person. Some of you are invested with money with this person, you're invested in a home, you're invested in a mortgage, all of these things. You have like, this is not just a relationship that you'll say, oh yeah, I'll just leave this, I'll just walk away from this. No, there seems to be very strong investments here, even pressure from family to remain. So let's see. The Four of Swords, what has been on Taurus's mind for the longest time in relation to this relationship here? Something has been motivating you in your subconscious. I think you're becoming aware of what you give emotionally here and how loving you are in this relationship. Does that strike you as a contrast, Taurus? Let's see what's coming through with the Four of Swords. The Seven of Cups. Things have been very confusing for you, Taurus. You've been trying to meditate, you've been trying to reflect and think about things, but it's so damn confusing and messy. A lot of emotions on the table and a lot of like, what should I do? You need to try and regulate your emotions and figure out like what triggers you so much. Like, is it this relationship? There's so much confusing energy here that you've found really, really hard to think about or think through. For sure, you've started to think, should I go my own way and just like leave all these triggers behind me? For sure, that might have come up for you subconsciously. But the Ten of Wands here, okay, so it's telling me that recently there's been a lot of effort and work that's needed to be put into this relationship, probably more than usual. So what's that been about? What has the Ten of Wands, this is a past energy for Taurus, looked like? The Six of Swords, again, this desire now at the bottom of the deck, the Magician, like I said, to go it alone and do something for yourself. You can't really take much more of this pressure, Taurus, and you've realized that. You can't keep going on this uphill journey, not getting anything back, not getting what's fair, or like this energy exchange is all off. And you have started to think, what can I do on my own? Like, do I need to move on from this? Do I need to go somewhere where I'm more valued, more appreciated, less stress in my life? Okay, so there has been an energy of how much more of this can I take, right? So we do see an improvement in the row that came up in the future energy. So let's see how this is happening. The Six of Pentacles. Okay, so Taurus, it looks like things might become more even now. A better even playing field you find yourself on. Getting what you deserve, giving what is owed. Balance and harmony. 6 of Pentacles. This is the moon in Taurus. Maybe some of you are watching with the Taurus moon. The Empress, wow. The ruler of Taurus, Venus, here on this card. And the Empress is telling me, wow, you could not. And we have the Empress's little sister here, the 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is going to get better, Taurus. You get what you are deserved. And you know how you get what you deserve. You, like the Empress, you realize your self-worth first and your own value, and then you just don't settle for anything less. Once you're in the energetic force field of the Empress, it's really, really hard for people to give you less than what you're owed, because it's so blindly obvious to everybody that you're so aware of your self-worth, of the value that you bring to the relationship, of your gorgeousness, and all the abundance that is owed to you and deserved in this relationship. It really seems like you guys get on a more even playing field, and you feel seen, you feel desired, and you feel beautiful. The Empress. I love that. That is gorgeous. Okay, so let's see the 4 of Cups. There's some sort of an advice here. Maybe it's your ego talking to you. I'm not really sure, Taurus, but there is some energy here that's saying like, well, why not pull back a little emotionally? Now, I don't usually advise things like that, and I'm not advising. That's just the energy of the 4 of Cups tells me that there's some reason or desire here for you to pull back somewhat. Is it to play some sort of a game, Taurus? The Justice card. It's like, I must do this because I need to get what's owed to me, and the only reason I can get what's fair and just and like what feels right is for me to like withhold my emotions and think a little more logically. The Justice card is a very rational thinker, and they figure things out first before making a decision, and they do not make their decisions based on any emotions, Taurus, just on what's right and what's fair and what's just. Okay, so I guess what the Justice card is also saying, like this note of balance here, find the balance between like withdrawing completely and sulking and stonewalling anybody or giving anyone the silent treatment. Like, that's an unhealthy behavior in a relationship, I'm sure, but there has to be a balance between like, you want to withdraw entirely, but you don't want to play any emotional games or emotionally manipulate anybody either. So just kind of trying to find a balance between like not overextending yourself and being taken advantage of, but at the same time protecting your energy and not being taken advantage of. So your person, the Chariot, let's have a glimpse into them. Anything going on with their car at the moment, Taurus, that's taking up a lot of their focus? What else could this be? The 3 of Wands. Yeah, it does look like they're ready to put the past behind them and move things along with you again, probably quicker than you're anticipating. If there's a child involved here, it seems, oh yeah, for sure, the Sun card and the Page of Cups. For sure, there is a beautiful child here, and this is probably weighing on them more than it's weighing on you. They, for some reason, they're like, oh, okay, we have a kid together. I need to cop on to myself. If that's not applying to you, it does seem like they're happy to move things on, but like would love more passion and like sort of like some sort of a new influx or a new insert of passion and excitement in this relationship. Maybe some of them would really like to start a family with you, Taurus. The Queen of Cups. Okay, so you do have hopes for the love to be restored here, and you're offering a cup to them first. So maybe it's you that makes the offer of love first, and it looks like it's accepted. So let's have a look. Queen of Cups. What is Taurus so hopeful for in this relationship still? Ten of Swords. You're hoping for something to be completely laid to bed now. There is a big part of you, Taurus, that wants something to end in this relationship. It doesn't have to be the ending relationship itself, because I can see that that's not really what's desired. But you really want some element of this to be done, because you can't really take it anymore. You need a change. You need a big change. The Lover's in reverse. We need enough change in this relationship, Taurus, you may be thinking, the both of you, to turn this all around. Like, it needs to be like a real kind of like the wheel needs to get going and turning, and it just does not need to stop until so much stuff has changed. Like there is an overhaul that is necessary here. For sure there is. We started with the Devil, we end on the Two of Cups. So something big has to change in order to get there. So let's see what the Two of Cups talks about as an outcome for this relationship as of now. Remember, Taurus, these relationship readings are general. They're not going to apply to everybody, and perhaps all messages won't necessarily apply here. The Nine of Cups. Beautiful card to end the reading on. Very satisfied. Right under it we have your card, Taurus, the Hierophant. You may be getting some sort of a dream come true or wish come true here with this reading, and this relationship rather, I should say. But it does seem like Knight of Pentacles, you guys do have a longer road ahead. All right, take what resonates with this reading, Taurus, and leave the rest. Virgo, let's get into your love reading then. So things are happening kind of fast, and things are coming in pretty hot and heavy around you, and it feels almost like this energy of a huge wake-up call. And it is probably like unrooting you from this grounded energy you've been feeling yourself in, where you're thriving but you're very grounded, and things are kind of had been staying the same for you, Virgo. Not now though. It seems like the energy around this relationship is really quick, and something is coming in. It seems like it's very much in the communication phase still. But that you're feeling pretty strong about this potential union, and you might have been given some sort of a yes or something like that, and this might have even been like a work situation for some of you guys. There is some hypocrisy here though, Virgo. I have your energy coming through really strong as mutable earth, Knight of Pentacles, and the Sun in Virgo is represented by the Eight of Pentacles. However, it's reversed. There's a slight bit of hypocrisy here because you want something, yeah, but are you willing to work for it? Are you willing to put in the work for it? So that's kind of what the hypocrisy is coming through for me. And I think it seems to be like, yeah, but I don't want to open up, and I don't want to make the first move, or I don't want to expose myself like that, because this is all happening quite fast, and it might be more akin to like a transformational nature. So you're feeling like, whoa, this is so intense. Deep down, you want the King of Cups. If you're a guy, a girl, whoever you're into, you want this transformational love, deep love, okay? And it's been rooting what's happened, I think. I think that this communication from a new person or another person has come in consciously to you because of the deep-seated subconscious promise and honor. Like you're honoring the vow you've made yourself not to settle for anything less than, say, our King of Cups. You could be dealing with the water, an earth sign, or an air sign. I don't know. There's a lot of people here. There's an Aries too. God knows. You could be dealing with an Aries. If you're dealing with an Aries, things are looking pretty strong and have been for a while now. Let's see. This person is probably going to reach out to you, and you're aware of that, and that's all in the plans to connect, to talk again, to maybe go on some nice little trip to the city, go trip out of the city. I see this energy of like getting your money together and using it on a fun day out or fun excursion. Something like that is coming up soon. But at the same time, yeah, Two of Cups in reverse. This is what you want. You want this deep transformational love, but are you willing to do what you have to do? You're going to have to open up, I guess. You're going to have to say yes and invite this into your life and be the person communicating to, not just waiting on them to reach out to you. So why don't we look at these cards together, Virgo? Pull more to clear them up. For the confused Virgos out there, let's have a brief rundown of some of the signs that are coming through. If it's an air sign that you're dealing with, you kind of want to say yes to this person, as well as if it's an Aries that you're dealing with. You seem to want to say yes to this person, and their communication is pretty well received. For some of you, deep down, it's the water sign that you really, really want. And for some of you, the earth sign that's coming through in your life is something you're a little bit cautious about, guarded around the communication, guarded about what you're going to reveal to this person. So let's reveal some more, Virgo. Let's see what's going on. The Ace of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Oh, shoot. I think you know what you need to do, right? You need to probably take this guard from your heart space down, right? And then let's see, we've got lots of cards here. I'm gonna have to shuffle them up. But the Emperor and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse then. Yeah, but are you willing to stand up and take this, or willing to step up into this relationship? I don't know. I can see you really pulling back there with the Eight of Pentacles reverse. This communication, tons of communication. This person is actually a good communicator that you're dealing with at the moment. So listen to what they have to say. The King of Cups and the Two of Cups in reverse. Deep down, you want this love that's going to transform you like none other. And maybe that's just not what you're seeing so far with what's come through, and the communication you're seeing isn't really showing you that that's a possibility. I do think that you want to leave your past behind you, potentially move on to the next phase in your life. Knight of Pentacles in upright. So let's have a look at the Ace of Swords. What does this mean? Oh wow, these cards are all over the place. It doesn't really matter to me. Okay, so let's clear up the Ace of Swords. So this is an indication of insight here and coming clear on what it is that you want, right? So what is that Ace of Swords? What's this moment of clarity coming through for you around love and relationships now, Virgo? The Two of Pentacles. Oh, wow, you are indecisive about this, right? It's coming through and something is telling you like, yes, I want to say yes to this, but I'm back and forth, cannot make up my mind on this. But think about what has just recently become very clear to you, Virgo. It does seem like that is a good indication of like something legit. Like you have the insight that was awarded to you via the Ace of Swords recently. That's not like a mixed message or anything. That should be read as loud and clear typically, but you're still very much undecided or on the fence. Okay, so the Emperor. Is this an Aries you're dealing with? Or what does the Emperor here represent? I think it's also you, Virgo, if not dealing with an Aries. It's you being like, no, I'm going to be strong here and I'm not going to surrender. Like, no, I'm putting myself in a position of like, I can't be rocked by this person. The Fool card. You kind of are resisting taking a chance with what could be possible with this person. The Lovers card at the bottom of the deck. Hey, who knows? It could be marriage, it could be kids, you never know. But it doesn't seem like you want to take the chance on this, like the Fool card, because hey, you don't want to look like a fool. You don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want to like, you know, your ego wants to be protected here, Virgo. So that's what you're consciously doing right now. Okay, and you're standing very strong like the Emperor was against taking this chance, I think. So the Page of Swords, this is communication. Do you have a message that you want to tell this person? Do you have something you want to say to this person, Virgo? I think you do, especially if you're dealing with an air sign. You have something you want to say to them. What does Virgo want to say to this person they're dealing with? The King of Wands. Okay, you want to say that you're the boss here. You want to say that, no, I'm in control. The High Priestess, like, you know probably instinctively that you're not ready to surrender full control to this person. And you're very much standing in your power and you're saying you're being kind of strong here, Virgo. Okay, so that might be necessary for you right now, or maybe you're missing an opportunity. But whatever it is, you have to say something to them like, by the way, I want to be respected. Like you have a real sense of individuality and independence still that you don't want to be taken away from you or anything like that. So the King of Cups, what is this deeper transformational love? Could have been with a water sign or otherwise that we're finding here with the King of Cups. Oh yeah, Queen of Wands. Wow, okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we had this wake-up call, judgment again, this intensity. So there was an extremely intense relationship with a water sign. It could have been something from your past, Virgo, but it still plays very much in your, I guess, conscious thoughts or your subconscious thoughts if you're not even aware of that. The Queen of Wands. You want this relationship where we have like, gosh, this is a fucking dream team right here. This is the couple that everybody wants to emulate, and like on surface it just looks so fantastic, and you kind of want this, I believe. You want to meet your equal for sure, but at the moment you're standing much more in your masculine energy, Virgo, and you are not really opening to receiving the love, tapping into our feminine energy here, because you want to stay strong and you want to remain in control of the situation and absolutely remain in control of what your heart is experiencing. So the Three of Wands, you're ready to leave the past behind you in a bigger way overall, Virgo. So what does that look like? Turning your back on what was, looking out towards the future. But since this is in a past position, I'm getting the sense like you've been ready to leave this behind for a while now. Eight of Cups, well, come on, couldn't ask for a more explanatory card than this. I couldn't make this up. You want to leave this behind. You want to walk away from the past and just leave what was there. There was a lot in the past that made you feel like this, made you feel like shit, made you feel not worthy, not good enough, and like, you know, feelings of rejection comes up here for me. But the Eight of Cups, you're like, Okay, I'm not ready. I'm already told people I'm leaving my shit in the past. Now I'm doing a complete emotional overhaul where I'm like truly leaving things behind. Like you're doing some inner work emotionally, which is probably a good thing. So you have to leave something in behind in the past in order to move to your future, which is now the Four of Pentacles. However, this does show me that you're closed off around love and relationships at this phase of your life. Maybe it's the person you've been dealing with. Maybe they're focusing so much on work or their school or something like that, and there's just no time for you in this relationship, you might feel. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles, let's clear that up. Oh. Yeah, they want me to grab, my guides want me to grab this Lover's card for you. This is what is possible for you, Virgo. The Lover's card. Never mind any silly Two of Cups in reverse, childish romances. This soulmate important union in your life is what is coming for you. It is in the future tense now. So it's coming into the future with the Lover's card. That's really beautiful. But there is a real element, like you can't receive this love, right? If you're closed off from that possibility. Okay, so there's some advice here with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You may be distracting yourself with work, but there is a sense of hypocrisy here because it seems to me like you want this transformational love, but you're not really willing to do the work for it, whatever that entails. So what does the Eight of Pentacles in reverse advise you now, Virgo, to do? A message from Virgo's highest self. Oh. Dang, why do I have to keep going to the bottom of this deck? So the Six of Wands I can see is what's coming out here. So, I mean, you've got to hustle for this, Virgo. If you want this, you've got to make the moves here. You've got to put yourself out there. And look what you should be putting yourself out there. You look amazing. It could be autumn now where you're watching this. And you've got your lovely leopard print coat on and you're just like out and about. This is a kind of autumn look for me. And yeah, you have to put yourself out there if you want to bring this love in, I think. And the hypocrisy could be just like, well, I don't want to fight for this. And maybe this person, you already feel like there's already a lot of people competing for this person, or like you have to go up against somebody in order to get your voice heard. And you're like, well, I shouldn't be like that. Like either they want me or they don't. The Page of Pentacles, this is your person. So if you're dealing with an earth sign in particular, they look like they're a great communicator. But let's see what this person is coming through as the Page of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands, that's that fastness that I saw at the beginning of the reading, like the certain speed picking up around this relationship. So maybe you're going to start to notice that this person is contacting you more, talking to you more, like you're in contact more often rather. And so it's all happening pretty quickly around like getting things going. I think that this person is like ready to get things going and pick up the pace and like, let's start talking, let's meet up, all of these things. The Two of Cups. You're afraid that this is a load of shit, basically. You're afraid that this is all bullshit. It's not the real deal. Two of Cups in reverse. You just think it's kind of false, I think. Is that true? It is a fear of yours. Queen of Cups. I don't necessarily think that's true. I think that the possibility is there for this open-hearted love. And like it really, one person is going to be the person to show this to you. It might not be you, Virgo, as you're coming through here as the Knight of Pentacles. You're kind of most likely hoping for them to show you something first and to open their heart to you first. Remember, Virgo, where are we got here? This card of hypocrisy. Maybe, you know, you're waiting for them to open their heart to you. But if that's really what you want, why not lead by example? You can get what you want by setting the tone like that. The Knight of Pentacles. Where does this leave you now, Virgo, after this relationship reading? What are you thinking about going forward now? Or how do you make your moves forward? And remember, Virgo, this is just a general reading. It won't apply to all, but there's certainly some Virgos that this applies to. Your beautiful Hermit at the bottom of the deck. And now we've got the Nine of Wands with this. Very guarded, right? It doesn't seem to me like you're ready to open up to this this person in particular. It doesn't seem like you're ready to do that yet. Do what you've got to do, Virgo. Take your time. Don't leave the heart closed for too long. But if it is important for you to keep that bit of a guard up right now, for sure. Look, you know, things are happening quite quickly. Eight of Wands to the Nine of Wands. I think there's a possibility for some that pretty quickly the person opens up their heart to you and you're like, oh shit, did I even really want this? Now they've opened up to me. It's what I wanted and now they have, and like I still feel guarded. So check in with yourself if this seems like it is an alignment for you, Virgo. Take care and speak soon. Capricorn, love and relationships. So yeah, you do have to make a decision. Yeah, no, it is not easy, but the answer is clear to you now, so at least that's something. So this relationship has very much evolved from this sweet and sentimental and gorgeous foundation of love and mutual respect and deep feeling and sentiment and romance. So it has evolved to something that's a bit more powerful, a dynamic and a force to be reckoned with. I can see here the King and Queen of Wands. Wow. So you've really built something with this person, built it up now to a standard. The relationship is set at a standard now that is kind of impenetrable, and it can't really be shaken. However, there is something coming that wants to shake you guys up, okay? The energy is coming through the Tower in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse, and also Justice in reverse. It talks to me about some sort of a worrying drama that's about to unfold in your relationship. And you're like, oh, great, thanks a lot. But it's something that you can kind of see coming. It doesn't necessarily have to be with your person. There's an energy of like false friends, slander, abuse here even, and like it could get kind of nasty. We'll have to clear it up and see if this is in relation to you necessarily. You're more worried for your person here. The Justice card tells me that there's some serious shit going on and you're kind of worried about the outcome of this, and your person, that's how they're coming through as Justice in reverse. The outcome of this situation, you plan on taking something forward and you plan on progressing something. However, the energy is very volatile at the moment. This could potentially blow up in your faces or face, Capricorn. So let's see, we'll have to get into this at the moment. For sure, there's something that needs to be said. Yes, we've taken the communication from the one that we have with our person. We've built a very good foundation with our person in terms of communication, and you both know how each other feels and all of that. Yeah, sure. The evolving has to happen from this like sweet and beautiful thing. And I'm sorry, but something needs to be addressed and like spoken about, and there is a message that needs to come across here. So it's all very fiery, and it gets fiery. If you're dealing with an air sign, you're particularly stressed and worried about this person. If it's a Gemini or perhaps a Libra or something like that, you're considering like stepping in here. You're considering like, okay, I'll step up here now and I'll take the reign here because there's some sort of an issue going on. It really needs to be spoken about. Why don't we clear these cards up together, look at them and sort of see what's coming through for you, Capricorn. Capricorn, if you're dealing with the fire sign, it's very, very powerful what you've got going on here. This relationship is powerful, it's strong, you built something, you're attracted to each other, there's passion here, there's excitement. Together, there is a force to be reckoned with in this union, and you have something to say, perhaps individually or together, but it's important. If you're dealing with an air sign right now, you are needing to take matters into your own hands in relation to their issues, problems, what they're dealing with in Justice in reverse, these difficult decisions that have to be made. It could be something legal that's involved here. And I don't know, it's stressing you the hell out, but it's enough for you to say, okay, no, I'm going to have to take control of this, or I'm going to have to take the lead on something here. We'll have to clear it up. If you're dealing with the water sign, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, their mental state is of concern to you. And this might be an external influence in your relationship, but it's also stressing you out. And you are worried about some of the things you've heard here, like gossip, slander, false friends. You're anticipating a bit of a drama with the water sign or something to blow up here. And I have an idea that you already know what this is going to be about. When the Tower reverses, yeah, we can expect some sort of a nuisance, an upheaval or stress and kind of chaotic energy. But when it reverses, the only medicine there is, or the blessing there is like, well, I saw this coming. I knew this was going to happen. Is that better? Is that worse? I don't really know, Capricorn. Let's clear up these cards. 10 of Pentacles. The King of Swords and the Chariot coming out here now. An important decision might need to be made around like how you guys see each other. Like, is it balanced? Like, are you always driving to them, or are they never coming to see you, kind of a vibe? But let's see, I'm going to keep going on that. The 10 of Pentacles. I'm just going to reverse a couple cards here, guys. and see what's coming through around the Ten of Pentacles then. Very, very strong foundation here, more than a foundation, like a legacy. Five of Cups, is that being jeopardized right now? Is there something coming through that could jeopardize the finances in this relationship, the security overall? There is something that might need to be looked at and addressed, and maybe open up to the possibility of some sort of a setback emotionally here, or like if it's to do with the financial section of your life. Nine of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, extremely strong financial cards here, material success and financial prosperity. But for me, it seems like there could be potentially a loss to that, and it affects you emotionally. King of Wands. Now remember, these are only general readings. All of the messages won't apply to you potentially, Capricorn. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. King of Wands. Let's see, King of Wands. This is very much King of Wands and Three of Wands. I see you. You've got this hand firmly on the wand. So does your person. I take that as like firmly in control of the situation. Let's see. The King of Wands. You're strong here, Capricorn. The Three of Cups. Okay, you've got a team of allies. You've got people that have your back as well. So it's not just you on this solo mission. Your person, like, they're standing by you. You're standing by them. Here we have you, Cardinal Earth at the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. This is beautiful energy, okay? You're more than willing to invest into this relationship. Continue to invest. I'm sorry, I see a lot of investment into this relationship so far, Capricorn. It's probably been your biggest investment at the moment that you can see. So the Three of Wands, you're ready to either take something into your own hands right now, and there's a part of you that wants to at the same time leave something in the past. The Star. So what you probably want to take into your own hands now is something that was very unattainable for a while and seemed out of your reach, and you had no control over this. Now there is a window where something can be done for you that you can see that will bring about significant healing and restored optimism in this relationship. And perhaps for your person, you're like, okay, don't worry, babe, I've got this. I'm going to do this and we're going to be fine. And then everything's going to be beautiful again, like the Star card. And it's something like the Hanged Man suggests, or the Hanged One, a very diverse deck, would be saying to me something like, you know, I haven't been able to do this for so long, the penny needed to drop, or I needed to hear something or get the confirmation from my allies. Recuperate, like you're mentally preparing for a loss already, Capricorn, but that does not look like it's a loss in this relationship. A loss of sanity, perhaps. No, I'm just kidding. The Page of Cups. Okay, there's such a tender and beautiful foundation to this relationship. It seems like sweetheart to me, exactly, like this sweetheart romance, love, and it's beautiful. It could be with the water sign. I really read this as Cancer typically, but of course Pisces, Scorpio are there too. But it's so sweet and soft, and it's lovely. It's so romantic. Ooh, lovely, lovely. But you're ready to be like the romance, not like the romance is over, but you're like, okay, babe, shit's getting real now. So love you, but there's no poetry coming out of me anymore. We need to get down to business. The Knight of Cups. Okay, so what has this been? This is a past energy of some sort of either water sign, or the person you're dealing with has approached you with a problem and said, I need your help. The Ace of Wands, you say, yes, I've got you. But at the same time, this is going to rock a few boats, and this is going to rock a boat, hurt a few people, who knows? But you're like, I've got you. I'm going to say yes to what you need me to do. And in fact, this is when this wand energy comes through. So this was the past energy, the water, the love, the feelings, and all of that. You're aware, and your person is aware that that's there. Now we need action, and it seems like you're more than willing and able to do this and make the moves. I am concerned about these three reversals as we leave the reading, because it looks like, I'm just so happy that the foundations of your relationship is there, because it looks like drama's about to happen, and it looks like the person you're dealing with and you are impacted by this drama. The Queen of Wands. Okay, so let's have a look at this. I think this is very sexy energy coming into your relationship, bit more fun. the new beginning, like a breath of fresh air into your potentially your sex life or something like that, or just like the fun you can have together and the freedom, and like you feel more liberated with this person. But yeah, there's a sort of energy of fresh new beginning coming in there around what you guys consider passions of yours, or the passion you have for each other. So the Page of Wands. Okay, before we get to our reversals, what needs to be said, Capricorn? You have to say something. What is your deliverance looking like here? Page of Wands. You could be dealing now with somebody in your life that your person could be a little younger than you. They could be from a different kind of cultural background or something like that. This is about getting what's owed, Six of Pentacles, what's fair, what's deserved. With the reverse justice beside me here, I feel like it's more beside this card reading. It's coming up, I can't talk. This card is coming up in this reading as your person, and beside the Six of Pentacles, the Justice reverse says that something is very unfair here, and there's a big lack of discrepancy of what's owed. So you need to say something. You might need to say to your person, look, I'm kind of like, you're not picking up much of the slack here. I find myself having to pick up around the house after you, and it would really just be so helpful if you could fucking pick up your your dirty socks afterwards. After what? After your long hard day. Let's see, the Justice card. Okay, so let's have a look. This is coming through as your person. They're in a predicament about the decision they have to make. Could even be something to do with a contract or something legally binding. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so do we have some luck turning around here? Does sort of things begin to swing and pivot upwards at this time, which is a good thing. If you are looking for some luck or just a bit of good fortune around something, especially for your person, around something like of a justice, legal nature, or contractually, maybe, you know, you were waiting for them to get their approval so that you can, I don't know, buy a home together, but something becomes easier now. And I think a little bit of luck is kind of necessary here, right? The Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, so you're pretty worried about everything that you've heard. There's a lot of malice in the words. When the Nine of Swords even reverses, it gets worse. So it's moved from just things that have been in our mind in the Knight of Swords upright. Now we can see that those worries were not just all in our mind, bogusly made up, like, or some sort of paranoid, delusional thinking of our own. You've heard what you need to hear, and it's ugly. So the Nine of Swords, you're kind of worried about this. The World card. So we have the card of free will and destiny now side by side. Whatever happens over the next couple of weeks that change things for you, and this just seems like some destined occasion and it was luck on your side or good fortune, that may be true. The World card asks you now to make your own moves with what has happened in a more fated way. So it looks like you're going to have to, it's again, this taking matters into your own hands is huge, Capricorn. Okay, so you get dealt a good card here and it helps the relationship and the issues surrounding the relationship. Now what are you going to do? You're going to have to make very conscious decisions about what's next, because in order to be successful, you have to be a conscious participant in this. And the World card really talks about taking the good things that we have in our life or the bad things, and then us being in control of them rather, and like taking ownership for them, and not just waiting for some sort of a savior to come in here and save the day in this relationship. So the Tower in reverse. Okay, let's pull two cards. What is the nature of this moment and how does Capricorn deal? Nature is something that will require strength to overcome. But Six of Cups, you've got your person, you've got your family, perhaps you've got this love. You can overcome the trials and tribulations. It's probably going to make you stronger together. But know that there's a test coming up within this relationship. Okay, Capricorn, that was your love and relationship reading. Thanks for watching.